everybody, how's it going? My name is Taylor. I'm doing another Badlands review for you. I'm going to show you guys, walk you through the new Badlands Quiver. If you guys know, Badlands has made really high quality, high grade hunting backpacks for a long time. I mean, they're just leaders in the outdoor industry, and it's pretty cool. They're expanding their market now. And so what they're trying to do is they've even gone as far to offer apparel. Now it's like their second year in their apparel line. Really cool stuff there, and they're actually going now to the archery market, which is really cool. And that's what we're going to talk about today, is the quiver. And I'm going to show you how I have mine set up. I'm going to give you a totally honest review, all right, of just what I think, what I like about this quiver, what I don't like. And like I said, I'm going to show you my setup. You don't have to set yours up the same way. It's just, you know, baseline, just something for you to go by. And you guys can make your own conclusions after the video. So let's jump right in. This is the quiver here, is what it looks like. It is a field quiver, so when it's on your hip, the arrows are going to face in front of you, just like this. One thing that I would like to point out, when I was starting to do this review, I wanted to basically get an idea from other people what they were saying about this quiver. And I looked on Badlands' website, and somebody else wrote a review on it. And they said if they could use one word to describe this quiver, they would say probably it would be convenient. And I like totally agree with that, 100%. It's very stylish, it's very comfortable, but above all else, this thing is the most convenient, easy to use quiver that I've ever used in my life. So here's why. All right, they have what they call on this quiver the Zipno system, which is just a magnetic closing system for the pockets on the quiver. So, for example, I have my releases in this top pocket here. I have a release that I always use, and then I have a backup too. So if I wanted access to this top pocket, all I got to do is hook this loop with my finger and pull straight out, and there are my releases. Now, once I get one out, let's just say I get my thumb button out, okay? Shut it. That's it. That's easy. There's no buckles, there's no zippers, nothing like that to worry with, to try and struggle with while you're on the range. I mean, it's hard enough to try and judge yardage and make the shot. You don't have to worry about any of this other kind of garbage getting in your way or distracting you, okay? So after I make the shot, all I gotta do is pull this out, pop this right back in the pocket, shut it, and it's there, it's done. Same deal down here, slightly larger pocket on the front. If you guys can see that, I've got 2 sets of Allen wrenches there and a small pair of needle nose pliers. And I just use that, you know, you never know when you might need to bump your side or, you know, anything, your wrist, whatever, while you're on the range or in a tournament. So keep that in there. And the bigger pocket here that's underneath that one, I've got actually my rangefinder, and I've got a small first aid kit there. All right, so that's, and again, there's small zipper pockets on the inside of all the pockets. So make sure you check that out too. But it's just super easy. It's just super convenient. You don't even have to think about it. When you want to get something out of your quiver, you just get it out, slap it, and it shuts. That's it. It's all you got to do. So one other thing I want to point out too is when I was looking around doing research, is some people were like, I don't know if they weren't familiar with the product, or if they weren't, you know, never checked it out, or whatever the case may be. They were complaining that you couldn't use a 2-inch belt, like a 2-inch wide belt for a quiver belt. And that's not true, okay? I want to show you that that's not the case at all. Matter of fact, here you have a 1-inch belt loop. You can see very easily right there. That's where the 1-inch wide belt would go. If you wanted to use something wider to give you a little more comfort, okay, all you got to do is come right back down here. There's another loop right underneath it. Okay, I have a 1-inch belt. And but I've put it in the 2-inch slot just because it's a little more comfortable there. I like the way that it fits there better, so that's the only reason that I do it that way. But you can certainly use a 1-inch or a 2-inch wide belt for this system, and that's totally false. I don't know how that rumor got started, but that's not the case. Okay. Then you have your arrow tubes over here. I shoot Black Eagle Magnums, which are the highest, the biggest diameter arrow shaft that you can shoot, and they hold 3 of the Magnum shafts, no problem. Okay, that's the 0.27 diameter shafts, and each tube will hold 3 of those easily. So that's more than enough, more than enough arrows for the range, indoor or outdoor. As far as negative things to say about this one, the only thing that I would say that I really don't like on this is the plugs at the bottom of these arrow tubes. If you're not careful when you're throwing these arrows down in here like that, or when you're slinging back in your quiver, eventually they're going to pop out, and you get arrows that are sort of hanging out, or they're not all even like they are now. So what I suggest you do is what I did. You just take a small bead of super glue or something like that, and glue those plugs back into these arrow tubes, and then you won't have any more problems. You don't have to worry about it. But and it's not a big deal. I mean, it's an easy fix. But that's about the only negative I have on this quiver. Like I said, extremely convenient, extremely comfortable. It's not a big deal to use this thing at all, and looks pretty sick too. I really like it. So that's the review of the Badlands Quiver. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to comment on the video below, and I'll try and answer any question that you got. But if you're in the market for another quiver, or if you're thinking about maybe purchasing another one, I would really give this a look, because number one, super easy to use. Number two, it has this Badlands logo on it, which means it's the same as their apparel, the same as their packs. Their lifetime warranty. So if anything ever should go wrong with this, you send it back to them, and they're going to fix it or replace it at no charge. Okay, so yes, it might be a little bit on the expensive side of things, but I mean, this may be the last quiver you ever have to buy. So I would say definitely check it out. And if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll try and get to you as quick as I can. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and stay tuned for more Badlands reviews.